Sandra, when we started this off, from from the word go, we were very clear about what is it that we are solving for and why, right? And
Mm,
we wanted to make sure that that clarity was there in what we were building up, because there could be a lot of ways of solving for the same problem, and therefore we stepped back to say, is there actually a problem, right? And that's where
mm,
that looking closer into data for a period of time, doing those listening sessions, putting the qualitative quantitative together to say, yeah, there is an opportunity, right? And
mm,
we need to solve for that opportunity. I
mm,
think post that it was more of, let's go deeper in discussing, and that's where one of the very many things that we discussed is, does it does it actually make sense to have, is there anything which is significantly different here, and if yes, what, and if not, then why are we doing this, right? And
mm,
a couple of things that came out was, community was very, very, very critical. Providing that forum where women can be in a psychologically safe environment to say, this is the experience that I have had, or this is actually the barriers that I am trying to break for myself, or here is what I have tried to move the needle for myself, but it takes a lot of me and my energy, and therefore
mm.
I'm seeking for this system. Right? I think that that was actually one of the different things that we had to look at, and the lens actually changed.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's less of challenges, but more of what were the questions that we were asking ourselves, just
Mm,
to be very clear about the
mm,
problems. But
mm.
once that happened, I think we all rallied together with immense support to achieve, to keep moving in the right direction. And at any given point in time, we felt we were missing any data point. We actually did go back to the drawing board. We did not hesitate to continue whiteboarding for a period of time. One of the reasons why you would actually see that we had extensive notes that we had shared, right? Because that's the way we were actually getting to
Mm.
specific what are the top three things that we want to solve for in the enablement programs, in the sponsorships, in the post program support, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah. I often go back and share this story. About 8 years ago, I felt like an imposter when I first started running women leadership programs. And I was told that we need to have this. And I would hear women saying, why do we have something separate? Why aren't our male colleagues? And I would give a reason why I was not convinced. Because I was in the mode of all are equal. We all need to do this together. Why are we segregating? Why is this special intervention for women and nobody else? But doing that and being on the other side, being a facilitator, coaching them, having the privilege of, hearing their voices in a one-on-one session, I realized how important, firstly, is to create that space to release,
Yep.
to create that space of I am not alone. I mean, if you ask me what about three big call outs, one was that is the sense of community that they got. And you keep aside the skills learning that happens in a leadership program, is a sense of belongingness, community. I'm not alone. I'm not that bad. Everyone else is feeling it. I'm feeling so much better that we are all doing this together. And so, for me, my belief that I had, sometimes you need to separate and create those spaces to eventually, build equity in the environment or in the space for them to at least take care of what's sitting with them, the challenges that are present, voices that need to be heard, and then go out together. So that's been a shift for me over the years. The realization why it's important to have a women leadership program.